Good evening and welcome to the East-West Girls Gymnastics meet. I'm Jennifer Arreton for Cherry Hill West. We are now here at Cherry Hill East.
I'm Suzanne Schwartz.
And I'm Jen Sunstein, and we're from Cherry Hill East.
It looks like it's going to be a fine competition this evening. We have the two rivals, Cherry Hill East, Cherry Hill West, and it should be a tough match.
And the meet will start on the vault. First up for Cherry Hill East is Joanne Kablinski, sophomore.
And next is Amy DeSantano from West.
Joanne just completed a front handspring on the vault when waiting for her score. She has a second front handspring to go. Joanne's scores are a 7-4 and a 7-1. Next up for Cherry Hill East is Robin Kovitz, sophomore.
Next up, Cherry Hill East, Robin Kovitz. Scores for Amy, 6-3.
And for Amy DeSanto, it's 6-3 and a 6-9.
Robin just completed also a front handspring.
Up next, Jocelyn Auerbach from West.
Next up, Cherry Hill West, Jocelyn Auerbach. Scores for Robin, 7-5 and 7-5.
Robin's scores were 7-5 and a 7-5.
You know, it takes a lot of initiative for Jocelyn to be up here today. She has injured both of her knees from in her gymnastics career, and yet she still came out to participate.
Linda Renshaw next up is a senior here at East. She's been on the team for 4
Scores for
years.
Jocelyn are a 6.4.
Melinda's captain of the East team.
Scores for Jocelyn are a 6.8 and a 6.4. And next, Ashley Cranmer is next for West.
Scores for Melinda's first ball, 8-0 and 8-0.
Melinda receives an 8-0 from both judges. Now she's going for a second.
Up next, Ashley Cranmer for Cherry Hill West.
Melinda's second vault, a more difficult one, received a 7-8 and 7-9.
And with that perfect landing is Ashley Cranmer.
Up next for East is Beth Marowitz, she's a sophomore.
Score for Ashley Cranmer is 7-6, 7-5. Scores for Ashley Cranmer's second vault are 7-4 and 7-2.
Beth has very good speed entering this vault, and she does a front handspring. Very good landing. Beth is up now for her second vault. Ooh, a little shaky landing there, but it was a very difficult stunt.
And next up for Cherry Hill West is Kim Foley.
That's the end of the vaulting event here. The next event is bars.
And Kim Foley's scores for her first vault are 7-1 and 7-0.
In case you just tuned in, this is Suzanne Schwartz and Jen Sunstein, and we're doing the East-West Girls Gymnastics. We just finished the vault, and we're moving on to the uneven bars.
A nice job by Jocelyn Auerbach. Next up, Cherry Hill West,
Going the row.
Amy DeSanto. Scores for Jocelyn Auerbach are 2-8 and 2-0.
Bars is one of the more difficult events in gymnastics. It can create calluses on your hands, and that's why many of the girls are wearing wraps around their hands, and why they use shock, because many of them receive rips on their hands, which are not comfortable. Right now, the coaches are fixing the bars, making them wider apart, because of the different heights of the girls. Many of them need different heights and different widths of the bars.
Jen, it also has to do with what
And the
stunts
scores
they're
for
doing in
Amy
the routines
DeSanto,
also, doesn't it?
3-4 and a 3.7.
Yes, because if they're doing a more difficult routine that needs more space, then they have to make them wider or taller.
This does take time away from the events, and which is why gymnastic meets are a lot longer than you would think they would be. There's a lot of switching equipment around involved.
Yes, and also the different schools, they each use different equipment. Sometimes other schools bring their own springboard because their participants are usually used to the springboard used at their own schools. I see at this event that East and West are both using the same springboard. Doesn't seem to matter here, does it?
Oh, it doesn't. Very good mount.
She seems to have a more difficult routine, but nicely executed. No. And next up, Ashley Cranmer from Cherry Hill West. And the scores for Sarah Duval are 4.6 and a 4.6.
As I was saying, scores on bars are a little bit more tougher than they are on the other events because there are a lot more moves you can do in bars and they're a lot tougher to do. And you get points off for very minor things such as hitting the floor, missing your catch, or or. That was very impressive, I must say. Instant
And a
replay.
very nice job by Ashley Cranmer.
First up for East, uneven bars, is Robin Kovitz, a sophomore.
First up, Cherry Hill East, Robin Hogan.
Ashley seems to be in a little bit of pain, but she did a beautiful job on the uneven bars, and we're awaiting her score right now.
And 6-4.
And the scores for Ashley Cranmer are a 6.4 and a 6.4. Once again, the equipment is being adjusted because the gymnast wants everything to be absolutely perfect to execute their routine.
And Robin Kovitz is beginning her routine. She's mounting now.
Everything looks good so far with Robin's routine. It was nice dismount. She landed it very well.
Yes, she did, Jen.
Next up, Cherry Hill East, Mickey Schneider.
Mickey Schneider Jr. is next up for the uneven bars for East, and we are waiting Robin's scores.
9 and 4-6.
Robin's scores were 4.9 and 4.6. Mickey is chalking up her hands right now. Mickey had a beautiful mount. She came in.
Yes, Mickey did have a nice mount. Nice landing by Mickey.
Next up for Cherry Hill East is Beth Marwitz, a sophomore. She's the last participant from East on the uneven bars in this event. Mickey's scores were very good. They were 6'2" and 6'8", the highest from all of the East participants in this event. Beth had an excellent mount. Her routine is going very smoothly.
The routine on bars seemed to go very quickly. First they're mounting, and then all of a sudden they're dismounting. Speaking of dismounting, Beth had a very nice dismount just now.
And we are waiting her scores.
Oh,
Beth Marwitz's scores for the uneven bars were 8-0 and 7-5. Excellent.
There's a third world country filled with hungry people, the 20 million Americans who go hungry every month. Help the Boy Scouts help the hungry and make a world of difference. November 17th.
I smoked for about 30 years. I knew what it was doing to me. Now my doctor gave me 1,000,001 reasons to quit, all perfectly sensible. But you know why I finally did it? Had to do with an upcoming birthday. Yours.
It's never too late to quit. For free help and information, call 1-800-4CANCER.
And at the end of intermission, the scores were for East, 42-85, and for West, 35-75. It's pretty close. We are beginning the second half of our meet. And East starting off with Jennifer Allen, Sr., on the beam. She seems to have pretty control over what she's doing. She just fell. The clock will be stopped. It'll begin again when she resumes her routine. Jen is mounted again. And looks like she's doing a back walkover on the beam. Very nice landing. And another one as well. I'd like to add that beam is Jennifer's strongest and favorite of all of the gymnastics routines. She's been with the team, I think, since her freshman year. Jen had a second fault. She's continuing now. She just did a very graceful arabesque as well. The tension is so thick you could cut it with a knife.
there's a time limit, you know, for being Gem. The time limit is normally from 1.5 minutes to 1 minute
Even the
and
West
45
team
seconds.
was encouraging Jen during her routine.
And if you do less than this or more than this, you could get points taken off for that.
We are waiting Jen's score.
And next up is Dana Jakubczak from Cherry Hill West. She's the only freshman doing the beam.
And Jen's score for the beam were 5.5 and 5.6.
And a nice back walkover. And another back walkover by Dana. And a very graceful split.
Yes, splits on beam do take a lot of flexibility.
Dana has a tremendous amount of balance on the beam. And a good dismount. Oh. Very strong back tuck dismount.
And Suneli Patel is the next person up for East Beam. She is a senior here.
Scores for
Sinelli-
Dana are 6.4 and 7.0.
Sinelli is taking her mount. She seems to have a tremendous amount of balance on the beam. Sinelli is going into a back walkover. Very nice landing. And the second one as well. She was a little shaky, but she stuck it. She's going into a split. Shows that she's very flexible. It really takes that to have a lot of flexibility in gymnastics. She just did a very nice round off. Very good landing. And a few tuck jumps as well.
Balance beam is not just made up of stunts. It's made up of stunts as well as dance routines. You can see many of the turns and twists and other stunts that she does on beam, added in with the cartwheels and the roundoffs and back walkovers.
And next up, Sarah Duvall from Cherry Hill West.
What do you think you like better, Sam?
I happen to like red better than purple. Actually, I don't.
Well, I don't know if you know this, but West colors used to be purple and gold. I think they changed the colors a while back.
Why?
No, I don't know.
Do you know? Does anyone care? So where's your points? And Sinelli's scores for the beam were 7.0 and 7.5. Very good execution.
Ooh, that'll cost her.
And the West team urges Sarah on as she gets back on. She almost lost her balance, but seemed to control. And a few nice tuck jumps right there. And a back over. back walkover, and a dismount. Very nice.
Beth Morris is the next up for Cherry Hill East on the beam.
And the scores for Sarah Duvall, a 5.5 and a 5.5.
And Beth Moritz is on the beam.
She just did a back handspring. Ooh, she's a little shaky there, but she sticks it. And another back handspring.
Beth's routine is going very smoothly. And Beth just finished her routine. We're awaiting her scores.
And next up from Cherry Hill West is Ashley Kramer.
Beth's scores were 7.3 and 7.5. Great job.
Graceful back walkover and another one. You can see the use of a dance in these routines. And a nice split. And a strong landing. Very nice from Ashley Kramer.
Melinda Renshaw is next up for East.
Scores for Ashley, 7-1, 7-1.
Melinda had a very interesting and unique mount. think Melinda's attempting a back walkover. Very nice execution. Melinda has great balance on the beam and seems very comfortable. Melinda kept a great balance during the entire thing, and it was really a great job. You should be waiting her scores any minute. A bit of
And
music.
up next, Kim Foley, a senior from Cherry Hill West. This is her last year and her last meet in high school.
Melinda's scores for the beam were 7-0 and 7-3.
Couple very nice tuck jumps. And a beautiful, strong dismount. Very nice for Kim Foley.
The next event here is floor. It happens to be my favorite event in gymnastics, considering Suzanne and I were both ex-members of the Cherry Hill East gymnastics team. The floor event is, I think, to be more exciting than the other events because there's a bit of music added to it, and you have to have the beat and the rhythm with your routine that goes along with the music. A West team member is up first. This is Joanne Kublinski's second event. Her first event was vault. Joanne is a sophomore here at Cherry Hill East. This is her second year on the girls gymnastics team, and I think she quite enjoys it. The girls are sitting next to their coach, Doreen. I assume that she's pepping them up
And
with
the
the
scores
talk.
for Kirsten Flynn are 4.8 and a 5. Oh,
Joanne steps onto the floor.
a correction, that is a 5.4.
She starts off well. Here she goes with her first pass. Round off back handspring back tuck, and she lands it nicely. Couple of nice leaps there. Here she goes for a second pass. Also very nice. Here she goes for her third pass. Round off back handspring, another back handspring, and a straddle jump. Well, there you have it. Joanne Kublinski, sophomore, and we are awaiting her scores.
And next up, Ashley. And next up from Cherry Hill West, Sarah Duvall.
Next up the floor for Cherry Hill East is Mickey Schneider, a junior here at East.
7.3 and 7.0.
This brings back memories for me. How about you, Suzanne? When we were freshmen.
This reminds me of my youth. before I was a mature woman like I am today.
Her name Claire what?
I don't know. All the guys liked her.
Mickey goes to her first pass, a round off back handspring, back tuck. Oh, and she completes it very nicely.
Mickey?
Yeah. Back walkover, back walkover.
I'm gonna want my thigh this
Her second pass, here she goes. Very nicely, very nice. Awesome. Here she goes for her third pass. Perfect landing. And here for her finale. Very graceful, very graceful.
This is gonna be mine.
Melinda goes for her third pass. That was once again very nice landing. She ends it.
Next up from Cherry Hill West is Kim Foley.
Jen, didn't you tell me that this is Kim Foley's last meet?
Yes, I did.
Oh, really? And considering this is the last event here, I would assume this is the last event, the last meet of her last year at Cherry Hill West on the gymnastics team.
Yes, that's true.
That's quite moving. We are awaiting the scores of Melinda Renshaw now. I think the judges are comparing their scores because when there's an irregularity between the judges' scores, if one has a score that's very high and one has a score that's very low, that usually means that something's wrong and maybe one of the judges didn't observe something that the other judge did observe, so they compare notes. And I assume, here they are. An 8-0. And a 7-5. Very good scores, very good.
Now beginning her routine is Kim Foley from Cherry Hill West.
This is one of the
Kim
last
Foley.
meets for East, and it's the last meet of the year for West. Events left for East include Novice, which is a meet that is for the less experienced people, as well as those that have experience, and basically to give everyone a chance to compete in events that they have routines in. It's a really nice thing.
Beautiful. She contains a lot of strength, and it keeps the same with agility and grace.
Kim seems to be doing well.
An absolutely perfect routine by Kim Foley.
Next up for Cherry Hill East is Beth Marowitz. Beth is an all-around for the East team. That means that she has competed in every event: the vault, bars, beam, and floor. She is the last participant for this event from Cherry Hill East.
The scores for Kim Foley are 7.5 and a 7.6.
And Beth now begins her routine. Here Beth goes for her first pass. Front walkover, back handspring, back tuck. Beth is very graceful. Here she goes for her second pass. Her finale. She ended very nicely. There you go. The judges are now tabulating Beth's scores. Scores for Beth were an 8-3 and an 8-5. As Beth was the last competitor for Cherry Hill East, this is the end of the meet. The scores are now being tabulated, and we'll find out who are the victors.
And Cherry Hill West scored a 78.1, and Cherry Hill East 87.25.
And this wraps up the East-West Girls Gymnastics meet. Thank you for tuning in. This is
I'm Jen Arrington from Cherry Hill West.
Suzanne Schwartz.
And I'm Jen Sunstein from Cherry Hill East.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for tuning in.
Good night.
Bye-bye.